Well, it's time to give a pint and get a pint. January is known as National Blood Donor Month, and when you donate blood, you'll receive a voucher for a free pint of beer or soda. And while that's one initiative or incentive to give blood, the act of giving really does save lives. With more now on how you can give is Brooke Way from Vitalant, and one of their ambassadors, Mark Meyer, is here with us today. Great to see you both, and thank you for sharing this information with us today.
You too. Thanks for having us
You're
on.
welcome.
Thanks.
You're welcome, Brooke. And I know that January is National Donor Month, and so why is now a good time to get people to donate blood?
Yeah, so January is National Blood Donor Month. We're really excited. One of the main reasons for that is because we're coming out of the winter holidays. We just had Christmas, New Year, and during those holiday months, those blood donations really tend to decrease just because people are with their families. They're not coming in as much to donate blood. It's also winter, so it's cold and flu season. So not as many people are eligible to donate right now because they might be sick. And the harsh weather can also lead to more accidents on the roads, so that actually increases the need for blood donations.
Oh, that's all good points, good points. And so are there any blood types that are in high demand that you really need?
You know what, we need every single type of blood at all times just to meet the needs of all the patients that we serve. But O negative is the universal type. So of course, if you're O negative, we really love your blood, but of course we need all types
You
of blood.
love them all,
We
but that
do.
one in particular. All right, we talk about promotions, which sounds interesting when we're talking about blood
Yes.
donation, but it helps bring people in. So what do you have right now?
Yeah, so for January, it's exciting. It's give a pint, get a pint all month long. And so if you give a pint of blood, you get a pint of beer or soda, if that's your thing. And right now, that's at Gordon Biersch, Rock Bottom, and Old Chicago restaurants.
Very nice.
Yeah, so if you come in, donate blood, you get a fun perk of a free pint of beer or soda for the whole month. There's also a promotion right now where through the 11th of January, you could win a trip for a 3-night trip for two to Mexico.
Nice.
So that's exciting, especially because it's so cold right now.
I don't give blood because it just scares me, but I would give blood for the chance to win a trip to Mexico.
Yes, who wouldn't?
Who wouldn't? And you can give a pint and get a pint as well. All right, Mark, I'm so glad you're here with us today. You're a Vitalant ambassador, and I know that you have a personal story as to why you donate blood. So can you share a little bit of that with us?
Sure. About 3 years ago, my wife came down with a very severe blood disease, and she passed away about 10 months later. And it was called HLH, hemophagocytic lymphohistiocytosis.
Goodness.
And basically, one of the problems with the disease is it consumed platelets. So she went through between 70 and 80 transfusions of platelets in about 10 months.
My goodness, that's a lot.
Right. Yep. And people just don't realize the need for needing to go in and do donations. They've got a general idea, but without tangible or firsthand experience, it's really hard to get a handle on it. And after seeing my wife go through this, it really inspired me to get involved. And I actually go in. I started going in. She died in August of 17, and I started going in to give platelets in September of 17. And I've been trying to go in every 2 weeks ever since. In 2019, I gave about 22 donations. I was getting ready to go in for my last one last week, and I got the stomach flu, so I didn't make it. So I was really disappointed.
Yes.
But people just need to understand that there is such a need, and I think especially for me, it's platelets with what I went through with my wife, and with platelets you can give every 2 weeks. There's a maximum of 24 times a year you can give. With red blood, it's about 8 weeks between. So I can give a lot more platelets, and a lot. Sometimes you can give double doses.
Yeah, and I need some understanding on this. So what's the difference between giving platelets and giving blood?
So giving blood, it usually takes between half an hour and 45 minutes, and they usually just stick the needle in, and then it fills a bag, and then that's about it. Like I said, it takes about half an hour to 45 minutes. With platelets, they run your blood through an apheresis machine, extract the platelets, and then put whatever's left back in.
Oh, interesting.
And it takes about 2 hours.
Okay.
But it's a Friday afternoon thing for me. I've done it. Been doing it Friday afternoons and pick up a pizza on the way home.
Yeah,
And, if you're looking for something to do for a date night, it's just go sit in a couple of chairs for a couple hours, or whatever. So
Spend some quality time with a good book.
exactly.
Yes, well, I'm sorry for your loss, and thank you for
Thank you.
sharing that story, and what a beautiful inspiration. I'm sure your wife is very appreciative of what you're doing. And so if there are people who are unsure about becoming a blood donor, what would you say to them?
focus on the why you're doing it, not how you're doing it. Don't think about the needle, and don't think about, if there's a little bit of pain when the needle goes in. Think about the benefit that you're giving somebody else. You're giving somebody else the opportunity to survive and live on.
Okay. I love that. Thank you. And Brooke, finally, how can we get more information, become a donor, and get that information?
Yeah, so we just ask that you're feeling hell and wealthy that day. You have to be at least 110 pounds to donate. And just go to Vitalant.org. There's a whole list of eligibility requirements on our website. So if you're interested, go check it out and see if it's for you.
Wonderful. Brooke and Mark, thank you again for your story.
Thanks
for sharing. All right, this month only, give a pint and get a pint. Anyone who donates blood will receive a voucher for a draft beer or soda at any Old Chicago, Colorado Rock Bottom restaurant, or Gordon Beerish location. You can donate blood through January 11th, and you will be entered to win a 3-night trip for 2 to Mexico. There are 8 donation centers in Colorado open 7 days a week, and you can also find various mobile drive units every day of the week. That makes it convenient. Learn more about how to transform lives at Vitalant.org or by calling 303-363-2300.